Hello, my fellow toy hobbyists. In today's modern versus vintage, we're going to be looking at the character Too Bad. Now, you already know just by looking at the box that this is the new Eternia Too Bad. So this is a modern version of Too Bad. And momentarily, we'll be looking at his vintage counterpart. Which is better, modern or vintage? That is the question. Too Bad appeared in the original Filmation Masters of the Universe cartoon a few times. They were always at each other's throats. To me, it seemed like they were more the comic relief. You know, bumbling idiots. In the 2000X series, or the cartoon, they were actually two individuals whom Skeletor eventually punished by joining them together into one body. I have to say that this looks pretty darn good if you ask me. I really like the detail on these figures. These new Eternia, the Masterverse New Eternia, whatever they're called. And they're blowing it out of the water. This kind of reminds me of a Classics and a 2000X blended together, if that makes any sense. But this thing looks good. I'm going to say that this is one of the better ones that are out there as far as the multiverse line. And this is going to give the vintage a run for its money. Okay, here's the moment that you've been waiting for. The vintage Too Bad. And you know what? I like it. I know he ain't that detailed. I know he ain't that modern, but I like this guy. Here's a quick comparison how he matches up to his modern counterpart. Yeah, the modern is bigger and looks great, but he don't have this play feature. Why are you hating yourself? 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 Let's take a close look at their face features. Here's a look at the vintage. A bit cartoony, but you know what? It works for me. Here's the modern, and I gotta say, man, their head sculpts look good. The paint applications are there. They didn't go cheap.
A lot of paint.
I remember getting Too Bad as a kid and being amazed with his two heads. And the punching gimmick was a bonus. I thought he was unique, and he's a great character. But one of the things I wonder is how they came up with his name. All right, listen up, everyone. We're weeks away from launching the new Masters of the Universe line, and we still don't have a name for our two-headed friend. Well, seeing in the past we haven't been very creative with names, I figured we'd just give him some generic name. We gave a skunk the name Stinkor. We named the guy with the big fist Fisto, and a guy with spikes Spikor. Too bad we're not very creative. That's it. We'll call him Too Bad. Yeah. Now, of course, you know that the modern version is going to be heavily articulated. I'm trying to show you, but it's hard to do with one hand. Come on, leg, bend. God, these joints are stiff. You guys get the idea. We're familiar with Masterverse articulation. Let's take a look at another side-by-side comparison. This time, let's take a look at their shields. Of course, the modern Too Bad, his shield's more detailed and bigger. And of course, the vintage is small and simple. Now, the Eternia Too Bad comes with more accessories, but we're not going to look at that because the vintage Too Bad only comes with this shield. It's kind of hard for me to pick which is better, but I'm going to be biased and go with the vintage. As far as updates, the modern one is fantastic, but I'm going with my childhood here. And I picked vintage. The memories I had with this guy, the nostalgia, outdoes all that modern stuff. And you can't do this with the modern. Yep, Mr. Gamorrean Guard getting beat up again. Who do y'all believe is better, the modern figure or the vintage figure? Let me know in the comments. I would like to remind you to don't forget to cast your nominations for the 2023 CBC Awards. Thank you for watching. Give me a like, subscribe, get a hobby, and live life.